Good morning, y'all. It's your boy Flip with Final Take Gaming. Welcome you guys back to another video. This time, it's Bright Lights, episode 27. We pushing them out, y'all. We keep them going. We keep in the grind going, y'all. And are you guys excited? The NFL is back. The NFL is back. You heard right. So let's hop right into it. I'll let y'all know right away. Peanut's team is the Ravens. My team is the Miami Dolphins. And that's where we're starting because we lost. So opening day is not that it's not that good for me, y'all. It's not that good for me, but it is what it is. We lost. We're playing against Patriots. Patriots won 21-11. And we just didn't play that well, man. We just didn't play that well. Ryan threw 20 for 30, which is not bad. 191 yards, okay, but he had three interceptions, and we had no rushing game. Myles Gaskin, 9 touches, 40 yards. Matt Breida, five touches, 22 yards. Not gonna get it done. Devontae Parker, only 4 catches, 47 yards. No, compared to the Patriots, Cam 15 for 19, amazing, 155 yards. Okay, but he had 15 carries, 75 yards. Sony Michel had 10 carries, 37 yards. Wow, Edelman had 5 catches, 57 yards. They did what they had to do, and they got the job done. So, you know, take hats off to them. They did what they needed to do, and they got the win. Now we head to Seattle versus Atlanta. And Seattle got the win, 35-25. Yes, they got it done, and they were amazing. Russell, 31 for 35, 322 yards, 4 TDs. He even ran for 3 times for 29 yards. Carlos Hyde used to be on the Niners. Anyways, he had 7 touches for 23 yards. And DK Metcalf, he had 4 catches for almost 100 yards, 95. Lockett. I'm talking about Heather. Lockett had 8 catches for 92 yards. They were just amazing last night, or yesterday afternoon. Excuse me. The Falcons were good. Matt Ryan's up to his usual self. He always getting like 40 to 50 attempts. 37 for 54, 450 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception. Gurley, he had 14 touches for 56 yards. That's not really good. And Julio Jones, he always performs. 9 catches for 157 yards. He did what he had to do. The rest of the team didn't show up. It is what it is. The Seahawks got that win, y'all. And that's it. Sorry. They dominated yesterday. Now let's take a look at the Packers versus Minnesota Vikings. The Packers, they were ready. They were prepared. That boy Aaron Rodgers is a beast. 32 for 44, 364 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's crazy. Aaron Jones, he ran for 66 yards. He had 16 touches. You know, Devontae Adams, 14 catches, 156 yards. Marquise Valdez Scottoline, I think is how you pronounce it. 4 catches, 96 yards. Allen, 4 catches, 63 yards. Man, they just ran away with it. That's why they won 43-34. And the Vikings, Kirk Cousins, 19 for 25. Not bad. 259 yards. Not bad. But only 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. And Dalvin Cook, 12 rushing, only 50 yards. That's not going to get it done. Adam Thielen, he had 6 catches, 110 yards. That's decent. But other than that, Johnson only had 56. Mattison only had 30. That's not going to get it done, y'all. So, you know, the Packers, they took care of business. They did what they had to do, and they got the job done. Now, what about that Colts game? Colts versus the Jaguars. Well, the Jaguars took that one, y'all. They took it handily. Well, not handily. I mean, a touchdown, but still. They won 27-20. And they had a pretty decent game. You know, Minshew had 19 for 20. He only missed 1 pass, y'all. That's amazing. Only missed 1 pass. 173 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's a really good stat line. James Robinson, 16 carries, 62 yards. Okay, I see you. Metcalf even ran for 19 yards. And the passing game wasn't that good. Cole had 47 yards. Levinska had 37. Not too much. They squeezed out the win. The Colts weren't much better. Phillip Rivers threw 36 for 46, which is not bad. 361 yards, but only 1 touchdown to 2 interceptions. Where they do that at? You can't have that happen. I'm sorry. You can't have that. Rushing yards. They didn't really have that much. 88 total rushing yards. That's not going to get it done. Passing yards. I mean, Campbell had 71. Taylor had 67. T.Y. Hilton had 53. It just wasn't enough to get the win. And the Jaguars took that, y'all. Now we look at the two beasts. The Bears and the Lions. See, I did it there. Beast animals. Y'all like that. Y'all feeling that? Yeah, let me know in the comments below you feeling that. But we had the Bears win 27-23. Sorry, Jalen Rose. Your Lions lost. Sorry. Trubisky was 20 for 36, 242 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Good stat line. Montgomery, 13 catches, 64 yards. Not bad. Anthony Miller, 4 catches, 76 yards. Allen Robinson, 5 catches, 74 yards. That's pretty decent. That can get you the win. The Lions, Matthew Stafford, 24 for 42. No bueno. 297 yards. Okay. But 1 touchdown and 1 interception? That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Adrian Peterson, 14 touches, 93 yards. Decent. But the throwing game, it just wasn't that good. And Edelman, 81 yards, on 5 catches. Huckelson, 5 catches, 56 yards. Marvin Jones, 55 yards. That's not going to get it done, y'all. And hence why the Lions lost. And now we head down to Carolina, where the Panthers were taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And they lost. The Raiders won 34-30. It was a close game. It was nice. Derek Carr, 22 for 30. Good, pretty decent. 239 yards, 1 touchdown. Okay. Jacobs, 25 carries, 93 yards. Nice. You had Henry Ruggs, 55 yards. Josh Jacobs, 46 yards. Darren Walker, 45 yards. They won by committee, y'all. They won by committee. And Bridgewater, getting his first start with the Panthers, he did pretty decent too. 22 for 34, 270 yards, 1 touchdown. McCaffrey, 96 yards on 23 carries. Not bad. Anderson, 115 yards on 6 catches. DJ Moore, 4 catches for 54 yards. They did pretty well. It just wasn't enough to get the job done. It was a close game. You got to give it to them. It was a close game. And now we head and watch the Bills versus the Jets. And the Bills won. The Bills won 27-17, y'all. And Sam Darnold, he tried. He had 21 for 35, 215 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That's not good. That will not get it done. Frank Gore, only 6 carries for 24 yards? What? 6 carries for 24 yards. What is going on? Crowder caught 7 passes for 115. But after that, the next highest receiver was 37 yards. That's not going to cut it. Period. Josh Allen for the Bills, though, 33 for 46. Not bad. 312 yards. 2 touchdowns. Okay. Josh Allen ran for 57 yards. And his running back ran for 30 yards. You can't have that. You can't have your quarterback run for more yards than your running back. Come on. I know y'all got the wins, Bills, but y'all got to set that up. Stephon Diggs, he chipped in 86 yards with 8 catches. John Brown had 70 yards for 6 catches. Cole Beasley had 4 catches for 58 yards. Pretty solid. Pretty solid team effort, and that's how they got the win. Now, shout out to my boy, my brother Peanut. His team won handedly against the Browns. 38-6. 38-6. You heard that right. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. The Browns scored 6 in the first quarter and didn't score for the rest of the game. Did not score for the rest of the game. Baker Mayfield, 21 for 39, 189 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. No. That's not okay. That will not cut it. That will not get the job done. Period. Point blank. They failed. Hakeem Hunt, 13 carries, 72 yards. Chubb, 10 carries, 60 yards. Not bad. Landry, your number one receiver, he got to have more than 61 yards. He got to have more than 61 catching yards. You know, David Njoku, I think it's how you pronounce it, 50 yards. Your two best receivers have to have more than that. You can't get that. But what about the MVP? Lamar Jackson, 20 for 25, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interception. You ain't touching the boy. Let's go. Lamar Jackson, 45 rushing yards. Michael Ingram. I call him Michael Ingram, sorry. Mark Ingram had 10 carries for 29 yards. You feel me? And we have, Marquise Brown, 101 yards on 5 catches. Willie Snead, 4 catches, 64 yards. Mark Andrews, 5 catches, 58 yards. That's how you put a team away. Shout out to Peanut. Shout out to all the Ravens out there. Y'all got the job done. Y'all was not playing around. Y'all wasn't for play yesterday. Y'all wasn't for play. And so were the Chargers. They won 16-13 versus the Bengals. They beat the Bengals. It was a close game. It was a very close game. Tyrod Taylor, 16 for 30. Not really good. 208 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. It wasn't. He didn't do that good of a job, but hey, they got the win. Elkerson had 19 carries, for 84 yards. Joshua Kelly, 12 carries for 60 yards. And now we get to the catching. Hunter had 5 catches for 73 yards. Mike Williams had 4 catches for 69 yards. I mean, it was a low-scoring game. That's crazy, right? 16-13 is considered a low-scoring game. Hey, but it is. Joe Burrow in his first NFL debut did pretty good. 23 for 36, 193 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Yikes. Joe Mackin, or I keep forgetting how you pronounce it. I think it's Mackin or something like that. 19 carries, 69 yards. You need more than that. AJ Green, your number one receiver, needs to have more than 51 yards. Needs to have more than 51 yards. Need to have more than 5 catches. That can't get it done, y'all. Bengals, you got to step your game up. Speaking of needing to step their game up. Wow. Tom Brady, in his first game with the Buccaneers, took an L. Yes, he took an L. They lost to the Saints 34-23. I mean, Tom was decent. 23 for 36, 239 yards, 2 TDs, but the GOAT had 2 interceptions too. Brady, come on, bros. Come on, broskies. You got to do better than that. Ronald Jones carried the ball for 66 yards on 17 carries. Chris Godwin, 79 yards. Scott Miller, 73. O.J. Howard, 36. They got to have more than that. Your top receivers got to have more than that. That can't be kosher. But that boy Drew Brees, he didn't really have a good stat line. 18 for 30, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns. But, I mean, they got the win. Murray carried it for 48 yards. Kamara had 16 yards. Jared Cook had 80 yards. Kamara had 51 yards. This was a grinded out game. It wasn't a blowout game, even though you could tell by the score. It was just a grinded out, drag out game. And the Saints won. Shout out to New Orleans. Y'all some real ones. And then we head to the team by the bay because we don't play. We try to get them dubs each and every day. You feel me? Bars. Real rap raw. But we didn't get the W. No. And if you don't know by now, I'm talking about the San Francisco 49ers versus the Arizona Cardinals. Almost every year, that's how they start off. The 49ers lost 24-20. And Kyler Murray, he was good. 26 for 40, 230 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He ran for 91 yards. Stop the quarterback, y'all. Drake ran for 60 yards. You know, DeAndre Hopkins in his debut had 151 yards on 14 catches. That was beast mode. But Garoppolo, 19 for 33, 255 yards, 2 touchdowns. That wouldn't be bad. That would not be bad stat, but you lost. Mozart? He had 56 carries, 56 yards on 15 carries. Get him more yards. Get him more carries, y'all. And he was your number one receiver, too. Y'all got to get more receivers. Kittles had 44. Mozart had 95. Y'all got to do better, Niners. You have to do better. But it's just week 1. We'll keep it pushing. You know, it is what it is. And now we talk about them Cowboys. America's team lost 20-17 to the Los Angeles Chargers, y'all. Yes, they lost to the Chargers. It is what it is. Sorry about that, but hey, you know, you can't win them all, right? You can't not win them all. Dak went 25 for 39, which is not bad. 260 yards, 1 touchdown. Ezekiel ran for almost 100 yards, 96 yards on 22 carries. Cooper had 81 yards, needs a little bit more. Lamb had 59, needs more. And they were close, but they couldn't get the job done. The Rams were much better. Goff was 20 for 31, 275 yards, 1 interception. Brown rushed for 79 yards. Woods had 105 yards on 6 catches. And Tyler had 40 yards on 3 catches. So, all in all, it was decent, but you know, they just couldn't get the job done. Could not get the job done at all. And speaking of not getting the job done, before we talk about that, let's just say, yes, football is back. We're all excited. We're all grateful that all sports are back and looming and bright. Yes, thank you to having NFL back. Let's keep it going. But now, let's head on down to Florida because we had a Game 6 that was not pretty. Yes, y'all, it was not pretty whatsoever. We had Game 6 of the LA Clippers versus the Denver Nuggets. LA looking to close it out, meet the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals to have a Battle of LA that everybody was expecting to happen, and everything's going to go good, right? They were up by like 15 or 18 points, and they were running away with this. And Denver said, hold on, wait a minute. We've been hearing all this chatter. LA, Battle of LA, Kawhi versus LeBron. LeBron and AD versus Kawhi and Paul George. They said, wait a minute, we could ball out too, y'all. And they end up winning 111-98. Yes, they balled out. Jokic, the Joker, had 34 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists. That boy Jamal Murray had 21. Michael Porter Jr. dropped in 13. Look at that. That is crazy. Morris dropped in 10. Look at that. Gary Harris dropped in 16. They were not playing. They were like, we are not going home right now. And they told LA that, like, no, you got to make us face us in a Game 7, which will be Tuesday, y'all. Tuesday. So I know we all looking forward to that. But Kawhi had 25. Paul George had 33. Lou had 14. Green had 11. It wasn't enough. The Nuggets, like they said after the game, they got nothing to lose. All the pressure is on the LA Clippers because they're supposed to be the team to win. They're supposed to be the team to even knock off the Lakers, apparently. But, hey, we'll see what happens. But congratulations to the Nuggets, man. They really balled out tremendously. And let's head down the road a little bit and check out what's going on in the bubble, y'all. Yes, the WNBA bubble had 3 games last night. Had the Dallas Wings versus the New York Liberty. Then they had Las Vegas Aces versus Seattle Storm. And then the Washington Mystics versus the Atlanta Dream. Let's start with the Dallas Wings versus New York Liberty. Dallas Wings edged it out by winning 82-79. Yes, they barely squeezed it out, but they got it done. You know, I always pronounce her name wrong. Marbury dropped in 24. Ogumbawale dropped in 26. Harris dropped in 10, and they just took it away. Odom for the Wings, for the Liberty, dropped in 20. Zahui B dropped in 13. Jones dropped in 21. It was a close game, but hey, the Wings edged it out. Congratulations to them. And then we have the Las Vegas Aces, who are not playing. These women are not playing. They not for play. They won 86-84 versus the Seattle Storm. So they beat the Sparks the other day, and now they beat the Seattle Storm. Bruh, Las Vegas is out here for real. McCaffrey, she had 5, but Asia Wilson dropped in 23 of them things. Humphrey joined her with 23. Robinson had 13. McBride had 10. They just were balling, you know. And for the Storm, Clark, she had 16. Lloyd dropped in 30 of them things. And Brianna Stewart and Sue Bird still hasn't played yet. So I don't even know why they're not playing. So I'm going to look that up. And for the next Bright Lights, I'll have the information for you guys. I don't know why they're not playing at all, but we'll see. Now we got the Washington Mystics versus the Atlanta Dream. Atlanta Dream was been on a cool little run, you know, beating a couple teams, but the Mystics said, nah, we trying to make the playoffs, so you're going to have to sit this one down. The Mystics won 85-78. Yes, sir. They had 11 from Leslie. Messiman dropped in 14. Hines Allen, she stays balling, dropped in 16. Atkins dropped in 26. Let's go. And for the Dream, Langley, she was balling, 27. Carter had 26. But that was it. Williams only had 7. Billings only had 6. That's not going to get the job done, y'all. I'm sorry. It has to be said. That's what it is. But the WNBA playoffs is around the corner. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. I can't wait for these playoffs to happen, y'all. It's going to be amazing. Now let's head to the ice, where we had a great game last night with the Eastern Conference Finals. The Lightning versus the Islanders. And the Lightning said, we are not giving up this lead. There's no way we're getting rid of this. We're keeping it going. We're keeping it pushing. We up 2-1. We about to go up 3-1. And that's exactly what they did, y'all. Lightning won 4-1. It wasn't even close. Wasn't no competition. They did what they had to do. They got the job done. So shout out to the Lightning. They're 1 win away from the Stanley Cup Finals. Yes, you heard me right. 1 win away from the Stanley Cup Finals, and we will find out on Tuesday if the Lightning can get the job done. I think they can. I think they have all the momentum. I think they're ready to ascend and excel, and they might be my sleeper pick to win it all. I have member predictions yet. I'll wait till I hear the matchups, then you guys will hear my prediction. But now that is just amazing. Shout out to the Lightning. And now we make our way to the diamond. Oh, you already know. I got vocals, cuz. But we headed to the diamond with my White Sox. We are 30-16, baby, especially after last night. We won 5-2 versus the Tigers. We ain't playing out here. You feel me? Scoring 1 in the second inning. Scoring 1 in the fourth and 3 in the fifth. We said, we putting y'all out. Peace out. Get out of here. Get out of our faces. We don't want to see y'all. We out here beasting. You feel me? Let's go. And then we had the Yankees finally on a little winning streak. They beat the Orioles again 3-1. Okay, nice. Did it handily. And then the old school gameplay versus the Marlins and the Phillies. Phillies lost 2-1. They got above 500. Now they're starting to come back down a little bit. They better be cool because they lost a doubleheader. They lost 8-1. So Marlins swept them yesterday. Wow. Come on, Phillies. Step your game up. And then we had the Red Sox versus the Rays. And they won 6-3. The Red Sox, okay, they are still below average. They're 17-31. So, I mean, nice victory and all, but I don't think you're going to make the playoffs, Red Sox. Sorry, Boston. And we have the Angels versus the Rockies. The Angels won 5-3. 5-3 is starting to seem like just a regular roundabout game, right? Like I said, 6 and up seems to be good. And speaking of 6 and up, we had the Marlins versus the Diamondbacks, and the Marlins won 7-3. And they just took care of business. They scored in the first 2 innings. They scored 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 8th, and 1 in the 9th. They said, you're not coming back, Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks, go to bed. Diamondbacks, go to bed. Y'all 17-31. Go to bed. All season's coming up very soon. And we had the team by the bay because we don't play. But we took this L. I'm about to say it today. Bars, you feel me? Real rap raw. The Giants got shut out by the San Diego Padres 6-0. The Padres scored in 2s. And the second inning they scored 2. In the third inning they scored 2. In the sixth inning they scored 2. Their defense was immaculate. And then in the doubleheader, they won again 3-1. So they swept us. They swept the Giants. Cold piece. That is a cold piece. And then we have the Dodgers taking care of business, taking care of the Astros 8-1. These Dodgers are not playing. Of course they scored 1 in the first inning, but then in the fifth inning, they scored 4 runs. And in the 7th inning, they didn't score, but the 8th inning, they scored 3 runs. They said, we gonna put it away handily, and that's exactly what they did. And so did the Braves. The Braves beat the Washington Nationals 8-4. They won for play. They scored 4 in the 6th inning and scored 2 in the 9th inning. And they just put them away permanently. Ooh, and so did the Kansas City Royals. They shut out the Pirates 11-0, scoring 4 in the 1st inning, 6 in the 3rd inning. Oh my goodness. They wasn't for play last night. They was not for play. And the Twins beat the Indians 7-5, just handily. Twins 30-18. Stop playing with the Twins. They out here. And then the Reds took on the Cardinals and won 10-5. Yes, they scored 1 in the 2nd inning, 2 in the 3rd inning, 1 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, and 2 in the 9th to make sure that there was no comeback whatsoever. And then we have the other team by the Bay, but we don't play. From Oaktown, but we took this L today too. Bars, you feel me? Real rap raw. The Rangers beat the A's 6-3. Just beat them handily, 6-3. Scoring, 1 in the 2nd, 3 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, and just took it from there. The A's tried to fight back, scoring 1 in the 8th and the 9th, but it wasn't enough. It was not enough. Then we had the Blue Jays take on the Mets and won 7-3, scoring 2 in the 2nd inning, 5 in the 6th inning, and just put them away. And I know what you guys all been waiting for. The no-no. That's what you guys want to hear about. Alex Mills took the team, the Cubs, and gave the other team, the Brewers, a no-no. You ain't scoring in here. You ain't scoring in here is what he said. The Cubs won 12-0, a shutout, perfect no-hitter. Well, it wasn't a perfect game. It was just a no-hitter from Alex Mills. So shout out to all the Cubs fans out there. Y'all did y'all thug, thizzle, bop it down just a little middle in the side, sizzle, bop, fizzle. Ooh, you feel me? Bars, real rap raw. But again, shout out to the Cubs. Shout out to Alex Mills. This your day. You celebrate no-hitter, then have amnesia and go to the next game because, want to win. But shout out to y'all. Shout out to all the Chi-Town. You feel me? Shout out D-Wade. Shout out Common. Just all the shout out. Shout out AD. Shout out D-Rose. You feel me? But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with whomever you would love to share with. And while you're at it, subscribe to Final Take Gaming because we'll be coming back with more daily content for you guys. Absolutely. So until we meet again, always remember to smile, laugh, and stay positive, y'all. It's been your boy Flip. Peace.